Hello team, today's challenge is the Markdown Link Parser. We have seen quite a few Markdown challenges actually, each one a little piece of being able to parse and change, transform Markdown to HTML, right? We've done unordered lists and order lists and images and headings and bold and italic. And today we're doing links, okay? And it should be, if you've done enough of these, it should be no surprise that we're going to use a regular expression because that's nice and fast, okay? So jumping right over here, just like the other ones that I've done, I'm going to set up that regular expression right out front. Makes it easier to maintain this way, okay? So we have our regular expression, and what we're looking for is anything inside of square brackets followed by anything inside of parentheses. The problem here is that all of these characters are special characters for regular expressions. So what we need to do is escape them so that the regular expression won't try to use them, okay? From here, we can do stuff. We're going to find any characters inside of here. The problem with doing it this way, though, the star asterisk or the dot asterisk, is that it will find everything, including the square brackets. So in order to do that, let's make it not greedy, okay? That's what the question mark is. And we're going to ramp all of this in parentheses itself because that way it becomes a group, right? Later on, we can use this specific piece in our replacement. So just like that, we're going to use this again over here, just like this. And now we're done, okay? That's all we needed for this part. We can go down here and go replace. We're going to search on that regular expression and we're going to do a callback, okay? We do not need the whole match. It would find everything, right? So we just use an underscore to get rid of that, telling the system that we aren't going to do anything with that. And then we have our text and our URL. Spaces are optional, but consistency makes me feel good. So let's do that, okay? Here we return our link. So that's going to be a href like this, equals, question marks, close it off. There's going to be some sort of text, closing the A, brilliant. The first one is the URL, right? So we go $ URL, and over here, $ brackets, text. And that should do it. The problem I have with this, okay, is that it's not a very good solution. It doesn't cover a few edge cases, okay? And what I mean by that is the Markdown, the way that they've done this, they expect only links to be passed into here. And that's not really how Markdown works, right? You can actually inline those. So you get something like, oh, see what I did there? I removed the thing that I was copying and pasting. Let's go and grab it again. Boom. Pasting it in. Brilliant. Okay. These are our first three tests, right? So we have just links. But that's not how Markdown works. You can put links anywhere inside of paragraphs, okay? Or by themselves or inside of headings. They can really show up anywhere. So what we need is a few more tests that test for that, okay? One being a link inside of a string, another one being a couple links, this one and this one inside of a string. And the third one, the very first one in this set, is the image, okay? If you look back through the challenges, you will have seen an image challenge. But here, we should actually test to make sure that we aren't accidentally capturing images, okay? Most of this we can already do. Thankfully, we did not lock this. So if we had done something like a caret at the start and a $ at the end, it would mean starting with and ending with, right? So that would be the whole string. This technically still works because all of our tests are set up that way. But that's not what we want, so we get rid of that part again. The second part where it has multiple links, that's easy. We just do global. Oh, let's put the G in the right spot right there. There it is. Global, this will still work. And so all we need to do is make sure that we are covering off and not changing images. Okay, and the way that we do that is with something called a negative look behind, okay? That is also in brackets, the parentheses. They really love their parentheses, but we're going to start with a question mark, okay? And then we use a backwards angle bracket, okay? Whatever that left angle bracket is, okay? This tells us that we're going backwards. We're doing a look behind, and then we need an exclamation point which says look behind, but I do not want this. So don't confuse this exclamation with this exclamation in front of the image. Okay, two different things. This one is saying we're about to search something and I do not want it to be there. We're about to search for something and I do not want it to be there. Okay. What is that something? Well, it's an asterisk. It's an exclamation point, right? It's an exclamation point. So here we have no way of testing this in FreeCodeCamp. You're welcome to take this bit of code, drop it into something like CodePen or JSBin or something like that. Give it a try, and you will find that for these tests, now it does not change the images. It changes anything inside of a string. It changes if there's multiple links inside of the string. Everything just works, which is excellent. And of course, it still works for the challenge because we're still covering off those first 3 test cases. That's it. The most complex part of this is this negative look behind. If you get really comfortable with that, this starts to make real honest sense. But it's not the only solution, right? There could be others. If you have another, I want to hear about it. Hit me up in the comments, let me know, and I will see you in the next one.